from West Hollywood. It's the talk show everybody's talking about. Born to Kibitz! With your host, he's the man who would be king, the man with one red shoe, the man who shot Liberty Valance. Please welcome Corky Bernstein.
Well, hello, and welcome to Born to Kibitz. I'm your host, Corky Bernstein, and thank you so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, and being part of our cable TV family. We love you so much. And thank you for all your letters, your faxes, your Instagrams, your tweets. Here's a letter from a Restless McCheesy who writes, Dear Corky, I have a friend named Ruthie who looks like a 200-pound prairie dog in a sundress. Here's pic, and she's always complaining about her weight. I'm too fat, she says, or I wish I wasn't so fat. So finally I said to her, well, why don't you lose some weight? And she looked at me and said, what are you saying, I'm fat? Help! What's a guy supposed to do? Love your show. Restless. It's a no-win situation. You know, you can't say, hey, Ruthie, you're not fat. Yeah, but it might be cheaper to ship yourself by rail instead of 3 seats on Delta. That would be terrible. Just say, Ruthie, you're perfect just as is. Did I just hear a rim shot? Wait a second, that was a rim shot. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen? Time for rim shot news. And thank you, Restless McCheesy. GOP Congressman Trey Gowdy caught freshening breath with Hitler Pez dispenser. Hit by inflation, 99-cent stores changed name to $1.35. NASA says new Earth-sized planets could support mutant life forms. Trump greenlights architectural plans for his presidential library. Ryan Gosling loses Best Actor, but his sister walks away with 2 Golden Globes. And welcome back to Born to Kibitz. If you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Corky Bernstein. And you know, each year we like to dedicate a half-hour show to raise public awareness on pressing public issues. And this year we thought, you know, what issue is more pressing than making the public aware of that incurable disease that robs us of our memories and affects 1 out of 6 Americans than Alzheimer's disease. And we have with us today the president of the NAF Foundation, and he's here right now, Stan Blander.
Hello.
Welcome to Born to Kibitz.
Oh, thank you very much.
Now, I know
very pleased.
Yeah, you've been crazy busy because we tried to get you last year, and I think the year before, but then you were on the board of the Psoriasis Foundation.
Done your homework.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we called again.
Psoriasis starts with a P.
That's right. That's a tough one to spell.
Well, it's just right up there with pneumonia.
Yeah, pneumonia and pneumococcal pneumonia and mesothelioma.
Mesothelioma.
Yeah.
That's a bad one.
Acetus calitosis or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Coco the gorilla spells better than I do. You know that? But anyway, you're here with us now.
I am.
And it's a pleasure to have you on the show to talk about this.
I'm so grateful for you to have me here.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to get the word out. And, you know.
Well, you know what? Because people have a general misconception of what Alzheimer's disease is because they think, you know, it's dementia. They confuse it with dementia. Or they think it's strictly for old people who forget things, and it's not that at all. And I'd like you to clarify to our viewing audience just exactly what AD is. Can you enlighten us on that?
Certainly. AD?
That's,
what is that?
Oh, okay. Well, it's short for Alzheimer's disease.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, before that I said, but you're the president.
President of NAF, yes.
Now tell us what that stands for as well.
What's that?
Tell us the NAF.
Oh, the American Alzheimer's Association.
The American Alzheimer's Association?
Right.
That would be AAF, wouldn't it? What is the NAF part?
The
National?
The Association of American Alzheimer's.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's what
I thought it was National Alzheimer's Foundation, but
That's
yeah.
it.
Oh.
That's it. That's it.
Oh, good.
National
I got that.
Alzheimer's Foundation. That's it.
I got it.
That's it. I've been the president for about a year and a half.
Right.
I was moved in. I became president when Lyle Comstock was fired.
Okay.
He was fired about 2 years ago.
Right.
And it was messy, but
Yeah. Well, they obviously needed a replacement.
so I received last year a letter from President Obama,
Uh-huh.
handwritten.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
And the letter didn't say, "Dear Mr. Blander, dear Naff,
Stan.
dear Stan."
Oh, a personal one-on-one.
Handwritten.
Wow.
I was told that if I wanted to auction this letter off, seriously, I was told that it could be worth like over $100,000 because it's not typed, it's handwritten.
Uh-huh.
And I was further told that if I handed this letter down to like my great-grandchildren, one day it could be worth millions,
It could grow.
especially if he's the only African-American president we ever have. So you never know. Anyway, I brought the letter.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I want you to see it.
Do you have it on your person?
I do. I
You
only
wanna
show
read it to us now?
I only show it on space. But well, I don't want to read it. I just want to show you the letter.
I'd love to see it.
But I don't even like taking it out of the envelope.
You're
know what I
keeping
mean?
us in
It's
you
so-
gotta take it out. My hands are clean. I washed it. Go ahead.
Okay, it's the most precious.
Congratulations.
It's the most precious possession
So you don't want to put it on eBay?
I have.
You don't want to put it on eBay?
No, God,
How
no.
are you going to sell it?
No, my great grandchildren one day they said it could be worth millions of dollars. Ah!
Oh, you scared me for a second. I thought you forgot it. Oh, no. No. Where is it?
Did you see it?
I didn't see it.
No.
No, my God.
Oh.
Wait, don't panic. Don't panic. Maybe you left it at home.
No, it's always in this envelope.
Do you remember where you last left it?
Oh,
no. Oh, Stan.
Well, that's not why I'm here, so.
Oh, I'm so sorry,
oh,
but
God.
Hey, listen, it happens to all of us. I left my car.
This is the most precious thing I ever owned in my life.
Well, maybe when you get it home, you can fax it to me, and I can email it and put it on the show later.
If it's not in the envelope, I don't know where it would be, Cookie. That's the problem. You know?
You lost it.
Oh man, I'm devastated. Anyway, let's get on with
All right.
what's important.
What's
important here?
What is? How do you define Alzheimer's disease?
Okay, well, our research has determined that it happens in the brain.
Right.
It's a disease of the brain.
Right.
Like dementia is.
Yeah.
The biggest problem with Alzheimer's is that there is not one single test to diagnose and determine Alzheimer's. Like most other diseases, you can take a blood test, you can take an MRI, you can take a CAT scan, you can take any number of an enzyme test or whatever, or to look at your A count and white blood count and all. There is no single test that determines whether or not you have Alzheimer's. It's a multitude of tests. So it's
okay.
one of the most difficult things to diagnose in the world. And as you get older, your arteries become more expensive.
Right.
And as your arteries become more expensive, you end up going through your deductible, and your insurance is screwed.
Oh, yeah. So that it becomes very expensive to take these.
But it's
tests.
definitely in the brain.
Right.
We know that.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, I saw.
it's just awful.
Well, it's a devastating.
If we can, we're trying to make Alzheimer's a household word.
Right.
With the hopes that if enough people become aware of how bad an affliction this is,
Right.
maybe they'll stop getting it.
Right.
You know, I mean, our goal is to raise as much money as possible
Right.
for Alzheimer's, with the hopes that one day everyone in the country who has Alzheimer's can be rich.
We'll know about Alzheimer's disease.
And can be rich.
Yeah.
That's why we're raising money for Alzheimer's.
Well, how are you doing in your fundraising program to get the word out?
Not well.
Wasn't that the reason that you replaced Mr. Cosgrove?
Who?
Wasn't his name Mr. Cosgrove, your previous CEO?
Previous.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, I know who you mean. Lyle Comstock?
Lyle Comstock.
He was
sorry.
the president.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Lyle Comstock.
Well, he
Not good fundraising, or
Well, he misplaced $4.5 million. So,
Oh, no.
they frowned on that. And after looking for it for months and months, they finally said, Outsky.
God.
Yeah. And
right.
that's when they brought me over from psoriasis.
Well, listen. I hope we can help raise the awareness and get the word out here and get and feed the coffers, as they say.
I mean,
because
that's the goal.
our viewership isn't that great. But if you post it and share. Are you still looking for the letter? No.
No, I'm
All right.
devastated.
Are you over that? Go ahead.
No, I won't be over that for
All right.
ages. But I wanted to give you some statistics.
Uh-huh.
Out of every 100 men over the age of 65,
Right.
do you like waffles?
I do like waffles.
I love waffles.
Yeah.
You realize you can have waffles for breakfast.
Sure.
You can have them for lunch.
Right.
You can have them for dinner.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a multi-purpose food.
You can
right
have-
there.
You can have them around the clock.
Waffles.
Yeah.
Come on.
Now, how does that relate exactly to 1 out of 100,000 men?
Well,
Who-
between 1997 and now,
Right.
a lot of people have gotten Alzheimer's.
Right. I read on the NAF that 1 out of 6 Americans is afflicted by
That's awful.
Alzheimer's disease.
Yeah, that's terrible.
It is terrible.
It is.
I mean, every family member has someone who's had this disease before. And it's not just a burden on the sufferer, but it's a
Please.
tremendous burden on the...
You have to know the warning signs. That's what's so important. You not only know them, learn them.
Uh-huh.
Learn them and commit them to memory, because
Well, let's go through a few of these warning signs.
6. There are 6 major
And
warning signs.
We can post them up.
Great.
Go ahead.
There are 6 major warning signs for Alzheimer's.
Right. And how about...
You want to know them?
Sure, absolutely. Which is
Number 1,
Uh-huh.
tattoos.
tattoos.
Number 2,
Now, wait a second.
cold soup. Number 3, air conditioning.
Right,
Number 4, termites.
right,
Number 5, unruly hair.
right.
Number 6, excessive horn honking.
Okay.
I believe those are the.
I see.
believe those are the 6 major warning signs.
In other words, someone, let's say, who is in early diagnosis will wander out and for no reason get a tattoo. For
You
example,
know Thomas Edison's brother, Jerry.
Jerry Edison. No, I never heard of
He
him.
had Alzheimer's.
Did he? Wow, but back then it was diagnosed by the doctor who discovered the slowness and the uptake of the brain and labeled it Alzheimer's because his name was Dr.
Well, this was
Alzheimer's.
long after
Yeah.
Ben Franklin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure it goes way back.
Long after, though, Ben Franklin invented lightning,
Uh-huh.
and Tom Edison,
His brother.
he came up with the light bulb. And come on, electricity.
The light bulb.
Thomas Edison.
Oh, right.
But Jerry,
Now I'm forgetting.
Jerry lived in his shadow for so long,
Yeah.
and he was the older brother.
Uh-huh.
So that's hard when your younger brother
Sure.
is being called by everyone a genius
Uh-huh.
and all of this. And
Well, do you think that?
but
affect-
about a year after Tom invented the light bulb,
right.
Jerry invented the lampshade. I mean, nowhere near as revolutionary as
No, but it goes-
electricity,
goes-
but He did well with the
It goes
lampshade.
hand in hand.
Yeah, he did well with the lampshades for a while.
Sure, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I was wondering because I heard that people, when they do brain scans, that they find out that there's an inordinate plaque content in the brain that affects people with
While there is no cure for Alzheimer's,
right.
we now finally have at least a couple of medications which can aid in the memory loss thing, and it's from jellyfish.
Yeah, I heard Prevagen is good from jellyfish. I've seen that on the commercials.
Well, you know, jellyfish never forget.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So,
I thought it was I thought it was. I was going to say elephants, but
yeah, well, them too.
That rhymes with jelly.
But
jellyfish. Go
yeah,
ahead.
jellyfish. But they're poisonous.
Yeah.
So you got to really be careful.
Isn't that wild?
You don't want to be taking poisonous stuff.
How
Because
did they know
then
that
you can remember everything, but then you're dead. So, what's the point?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Jellyfish, isn't that amazing? I wonder,
They don't forget a thing.
how do you figure that out? How did they know that jellyfish? What
Because
do you
they
talk
always
to them?
go back to the same spot.
Oh,
They
okay.
figure they must know something.
Well, they don't have a lot to concentrate on. I mean, after all.
No, God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, elephants, on the other hand, have incredible memories. Dogs
Yes, they do.
remember things like that, but then
Dogs remember elephants.
dogs remember elephants, and the tragedy of this disease is that it attacks short-term memory.
Who does?
AD.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's not good.
that's not good, no.
And then, can you tell us it advances to other parts of the brain?
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like a computer that,
Well,
you know what I mean?
sure.
Yeah. How old are you now?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
We have our biggest fundraiser coming up.
Oh, okay. Good.
We have a big annual. We have it a couple of times a year. Our annual fundraiser.
Well, let's tell our audience, viewing audience, where that might be. The fundraiser?
Yeah, it's good. This will be the biggest year ever.
Good, okay. We want that.
Because we have entertainment and not just chicken.
Not just chicken?
Not just chicken. I think there's a choice of fish or beef.
How about, well, who's going to be on the bill?
Oh,
Names? Big names?
celebrities.
Celebs?
Few celebs.
Anybody you can mention so that we can
Oh,
get the word out?
absolutely. With the hair.
The Rock?
No, with the
Dolly Parton?
No, it's
Let's see.
with the hair and the eyes. Oh,
Cher? Country Western?
Never mind him.
Oh, okay.
The girl who's gorgeous.
Really?
Gorgeous.
Sings?
No, she doesn't sing.
Oh, she doesn't sing.
Um,
Well, what color hair?
beautiful.
I wish you well.
Oh, thanks. Thank you so much for being on my show.
Stan Blander.
Seriously.
It's a
Just to have you come by and be with us, it means so much.
You're absolutely welcome. And I hope you find that letter. Yeah, I don't mean to break it up. That's so much for our show this week. Stan Blander, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, tune in next week, please. And remember, Stan, your mind is like a parachute. It works best when?
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Until then, your mind is like a parachute. It works best when? I can't hear you.
Thanks again.